Okay, good morning. Welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. We are doing Shabbos Perek Dalet, Mishnah Beis, and because Mishnah Perek Dalet is only two Mishnahs, we'll be starting Perek Hey Mishnah Aleph. Perek Dalet Mishnah Beis says, Tomnin b'shlachen. We're talking about hatmana, insulating something. It can be tomin. Shlachen is leather, hides. Metaltanosan. You could also move leather, even if it's skinned off a cow, because you could sit down, you can lean on it, you can put it as a cushion on your couch. Begize semer. However, with shearings of wool, you could be toming with it. Again, we're talking here before Shabbos. So these are things that are not most of Hevel. The Eimadalas, nonetheless, they're muksa because you can't move them because you can't really do anything with unprocessed wool. Ketzad hu osa. What does he do? No noflos. Let's say you happen to have insulated in these things, right? So you're allowed to insulate them, but then you realize you didn't take insulation off before Shabbos. They're muksa. So you put it on top of you insulate your entire pot in a box with these shearings of wool. What do? No noflos. So you grab onto to the to the top of the pot, right? It has like an ear on the top of the pot, a handle. You take off the handle, and they fall off because that's called tiltul min atzad. When I don't tattle something directly in my hand, that's not an isra violation of muksa. I have to actually move my hand. If I move something indirectly, causing something muksa to move, that's not a problem. He says you have to do something else. You have to actually turn it on its side. Now, I don't know, this would be probably problematic if there's actually liquid over there, but he says you have to turn the box on its side, v'notel, and then take it out. Shema yitol ve'eno yachal lahachzir. He made it xera because if you take it out directly, the wool on the bottom is gonna, wherever the kadero at the pot was, now you remove the pot, the wool is gonna go into that. And next time when you want to put it back in on Shabbos, right? So then you're gonna be adayim with your hands, move away the wool, and that would be a violation of muksa. He's worried about that. Chacham say you don't have to put it on the side. You can take it. I mean, machzer, as long as the wool didn't occupy that space. If you have to move the wool, they agree you can't move the wool. This is only talking about a case when you do hatmana before Shabbos. You're not allowed to do hatmana, even if it's a davar she'eino most of hevel on Shabbos itself. Once Shabbos starts, kisov is gala. Let's say you covered it before Shabbos. On Shabbos, it became uncovered by itself. In this case, the rabbis allowed you. They didn't make a gzera. They allowed you to do hatmana. Hatmana is a gzera d'rabbanan. We'll talk more about that in Iyun Mitzion. So they say allowed you, once you did it already by itself, you didn't plan on it becoming non-insulated. You can go ahead and re-insulate it the same way it was insulated before. Mamali es hakita, another hat there. You can fill up a thermos of water, and you can put it in a pillow. Oh, tachas hakesa, or even a really big pillow. There's queen-size pillows and there are king-size pillows. I will discuss in Yom Mitzion why it mentions kar and keses, and what we learn about that, about the gzeir of hatmana. Hey, Perek Hey, Behema, Mishnah Aleph, we're going to talk about if you have animals, you have dogs, you want to walk your dog on Shabbos, or I don't walk your dog on Shabbos, what do you got to put on your animals? You got to dress them nicely for the dog show. Aleph, Behema Yotze, Yotze. The reason is because you're mitzvah, not just on yourself being Shabbos, also your animals, you can't do malacha. You can't make your animals do malacha. And by putting clothes on the animal, that's called a masoy. We'll learn about that. This thing's a burden, which is not normally worn. It's not clothing. So you are violating the mitzvah essay of Shrisas Behemto. Whether you're going to get malchus for that, probably not. But Shrisas Behemto, you have to be Shabbos, make sure that your avodim can't do work, and you have to make sure your animals can't do work. And by putting these clothes on the animal that are extra, or these things to watch the animals that are extra, if it's something which is needed in order to be shomer them, the animals from running away or from harming other people, you got to do that because that's necessary. If it's not necessary, that's a master, it's a problem. What could it go out with and what not? Again, a camel you can take with a muzzle because it's necessary to hold it back. A naka is a type of white donkey, b'chata. So you can use a nose ring and attach a string to the nose ring to pull it. Luvdakim is a very wild donkey. A prumbia, that you could even use something which is resinshal barzel, which is made of iron. It's a type of, I don't know exactly what it is. It's better than a nose ring. I don't know, it's like a face ring or something like that. The sus bashir, a horse, you can put a ring around its neck, like a leash basically. The chol bali ashir, yotzim bashir, v'nim shachim bashir, like dogs also are included. And then you put a leash around their neck, and you can walk with them also. It's okay to walk with them. Not only that, if they become tameh, normally things which are miyuchad for behema are not makabel tum. However, since these are also miyuchad for the person, you want to raise a pet, you want to have a dog, you want to keep the dog from attacking other people or not running away. So therefore, it's considered your kli, a personal kli. But nonetheless, since there's space between the ring, the leash, and the animal's neck, you can actually put the whole animal in the mikvah, or you can sprinkle the mehazah if it's tumas hames, and it's not considered a chatzitza on the animal, but the animal with the leash and be tovel it and make it toler in the mikvah at the same time. Stay tuned, Re'iyah Mitzia, when we discuss the last Mishnah in Perek Dalet.